What's up? Listen to what I found, okay? First of all, okay, I found a way to connect the letters. The way to connect the letters is with this shape over here. It's on your keyboard. Because it connects, it should value corner to corner, corner to corner. Here, it connects one corner to one corner. Fore doesn't connect anything here. This was used by the Y, we don't need it. The Y goes into the P, and we use one here. We now have 8 more. Now, irrelevant to whatever it is, 19 by 19 moons, okay, is 360. 360 what? Well, it's 360 moons. 360 moons, okay, is 27 years, okay? And that's from one Rubik's Cube to the next Rubik's Cube, and it happens on about the 15th to the 18th of October. The night it rained, and it rained in the ballpark. So what we do for these 27 years, right, is we reduce it to 20 years. Because this is the world of 20. Then we're going to add on a U and IR. 20 years is 260 moons. The Mayans talked about 260 times, which can also be related to 5 days and 2 days of the week, because it's a business mind and it's a personal life. The same time as 288 would be the cycle. 72 in a triangle, okay? How do we get 18? And 18 and 18 is 54, and 18 is 72. So 3 parts of a triangle would give us 216. The last part gives us 288. And at that point, the moon has met another moon at 288 because it switches over. Now there's 288 days, okay, and only 77, 78 days in the year. The triangle can't do anything but go to 72, 144, 12 by 12 on your dice. 288 times the 1.25 time extra in a year equals to 360 degrees. 19 by 19 is 361, which is 27 years. 3 by 3 by 3. They just passed over St. Louis last week, and I know the highways. The highways, the byways, and everything that's out here is a clue. It's right in our face. It's the biggest thing. It's the signs on the road. Whatever page you turn to, it's all there. It's there. You know it's there. 19 by 19. So 27 years, okay, it takes for the 19 by 19 moons to come in. By the 27th year, you would have had 27 days plus 27 quarters, which is 20 quarters is 5, 7 quarters is 675. You'd have 4375. I want to interrupt this and just tell you something, that the word call is 3111. 3111 can be noted as 312. 3111 can also be noted as in 5, 3.11, and now the 4 is gone from 5 because of this situation. So we've got to understand 20 years makes the 10 of the Mayans, which is the ending, because on the dice is 21, except you get rid of this one. This is the one that controls you. God has not control you like this. You can't go outside of those lines, but you can do whatever you want in the house. But if you try to go outside of the lines and you do something wrong in the house, the minute you're outside of the line, you become back here. 27 years is Rubik's Cube, the whole thing is Rubik's Cube with the cross. But because the cross has 4 points, it's 26 plus the 4 points. It's 30, creation. You also, when you spin the Rubik's Cube, if you're spinning the center, it'll change on each side. If you're spinning one side, the only thing that will spin is the face, and next to it is the connector. Because we're connected like this. 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. We are connected as 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. We are connected as 4 and 6, 2 and 8. That's a crisscross of the cross. This is all off the dice. We are connected. 1, 3, 3, 1. President Herbert Hoover. 1, 3 is 13. 3, 1 is Herbert Hoover. Then we get to Barack Obama. 34. 27 years is when all the rock stars seem to die. Don't believe me, but it's so much in my heart. I need you out there. I really do. Whoever's out there, I need you. I need you. I'm calling on you. My heart. I've been working so hard and so long, and now that I can see inside the book, of course, Mr. Tacklings. I'm only the narrator, and now I'm telling you what I think. It's a pretty smart guy. Intertwined everything. Doesn't matter what's true. There is no truth. Tomorrow, when you read the newspaper, it'll be yesterday's truth. So we know, in order to reach this cycle, okay, when I'm talking about the cycle of 288 and totalities with the moon, after 27 years, I have 3375. Out of 54 years, it equals to 66 plus 1.5, it'll be 67.5. Equals to 18, it's 5, 6, and 7. You on the middle board, you on the gate, and you on yourself. It also says 6 times 75, which 4 of them is 300. It makes 450, and that totals to 360, but an extra 90 degrees, which makes one of the wings. Now we're at 67 days. 67 days. 67.5 days. We're looking for 288 to match up with the cycle of the moons, of the mixed up cycles of the moons. 54 equals 67. 27 years equals that. 54 years equals that. 108 years equals to 136. 67 and 67 is 134, 135. A, C, E. Now I'm going to explain this to you, what I did. After 108 years that goes by, we get a total of 135 parts of the 288. 288, 135 parts is 153. Again, 153. 153 and 135. The letters in the alphabet are ACE, ace and ace. Now, if I take that 135 and flip it to the other side, in order to get my 188, we're going to see what happens. 135, 135. 288 in the center. This is 270. All we're left with is 18, the 9 and 9 birth. Did you see how I transformed the 28? I transformed it at 135 years. We get to be who we are. 270 plus 18. Why? Because 135 and 135 is 270. We are 3-6 creation, 273. 273, we're 3 creation. 273, okay, would make the first incoming of a birth. That would be a few days before. And it's set up here, and it's set in the laboratories with God and the whole bit. 49 weeks equals 373 days. 273 days, it's a pregnancy, plus 4 days for the in-between part of the 7-day week moon. So you end up again on 277th day. 277 plus the 11th spirit angel and man makes 288. So it takes for the cycle of the moon to go completely around 108 years. 54 and 54. 2 decks of cards. 27, 27, 27, 27. 27 and 27 is 54, 64, 74, 81. The first house is 81 over 54. 81 over 54. And the second house, okay, is 81 over 54. And the third house, okay, is 108. 10-8, JH, the jungle heaven. Why? Because this is two sides. It has to be 81 and 81. So I'm going to have 162 over 54. 162 over 54. And don't forget, 54 is the reason for Valentine's Day. 54 is the reason for 20 and it. 54 is the word IT. 5 and 4 is E and D, which says day. Or you can say Ed. Ed the horse, the talking horse. So 108 years since 1776, because that's the point they gave us, right? Now we can look at 1945. So 108, 1776 is 1884. Now the thing about this is they changed everything and they made a holiday for George Washington's birthday in 1792. So I'm going to go 108 years from 1792 and I got 1900. 14 years later, the Christ and Rubik's Cube Center, 1914. One before they get there, the Titanic goes down, the war starts. Now you have 1914. Now you need 27 of the Rubik's Cube, okay, because of the 108. You get to 1941, the next World War. Then you get to the next Rubik's Cube, 1968, another Korean War. Now you get 27 more. 2005, I got locked up in the hospital. 4 years before that, 1968 to 1978 to 1988, excuse me, and they're going to say 27 years to 1968 when we had man in this world. 69. Don't forget a year before preparation and after. Sometimes 2 before and 2 after. 68, 70, 88, 1993. My son was about a year and a half old, and 39 is an eternal repetitive number, the highest you can go in the 3 group. 3 by 9 is the 27 again, and 3 and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, the other one is 9, 3 by 9 is 27 again. It just keeps repeating. So now we have 1993. And now we have to go 8 years. Okay, now we're breaking it apart. We went a 108. We went an 81, which is 189 plus 1792 is 1. So 9, 10, 18, 1, 1981. 108. 27. 108, yeah, now what I'm doing now is I'm going 27, 27, 27, taking straight forward what happened in those years. So what we get is 108 plus 1792 equals to 1900. 1900 plus the 81, 77, 27, 27, is 1981. That's when I started working. The next time you can go, we'll go another 27, but we skip over. We go 20 years. We went 27, that's done. Now we do 20 years. 20 years from 1981 is 2001. Now that 20 years is done, we do 11 years. Because we can't do 10, it's half. We have to go down 9 or 11. That makes 2012. I mean, I can do this any which way, you don't have to believe me, but 108 says JH Jungle Heaven. At the same time it says 80. At the same time, okay, it says 9, 108. 9 repeats itself. See 108? 108, 9 repeats itself. And if you tell me 6, 3, 5, 4, 6 and 3 is 9, and 5 is 14, and 4 is 19. 1 and 9 equals 1. But 1 and 9 is special, because 1 is the one angel spirit, or the 9 birth that totals the J of who you are. The Jack only has a hook on one side. A and I. Spirit adds to Asia. A and I, A and I. AI equals J. You see, they call God by G in this world, right? They say yeah, like it means nothing. But if you say God, it's ja. Jamaican. So what else did I have here? So there's all these dates, and now in order to have a child, okay, on the 277th day, you would have to have sex on January 4th. 6 months later, it's your anniversary, to July, to August, September, to October, and then I was born. Now I have a funny feeling that September, right, has 34 days in it. And then that's why they say it's unlucky, because September went all the way through to the world that I call the Octo-Joe. Instead of January, it's Jonah. And Octagon is October. You see, the world, the way I see it, is it may have had the 30 days of September, but it really probably ended somewhere near the 25th of September, because 25 is a sign of 1/4 of everything. 5 and 2. So what happens, the 25th, then all of a sudden, September, October 1, September, October 26, September, October 27, September, October 28, September, October 29, September, October 30th. October 6th is on the first day of October. October 7th all the way up to 9, and then you finish the October on October 15th. And then it becomes October, January. October, January 15-1, October, January 16-2, October, January 16-3, and it'll go off cover for 9 days, because this world was made for October. The O inside the word O, plus the 10th month, it is, makes 100. It starts on 4, because everything starts when the corners are blocked, so we can't leave. Not on 3. Once the 4 corners are blocked, recreation comes in. I see very bad things, and I'm going to bed tonight with an open mind, and I'm going to see, and I told you, and I tell you, it's in the book. But all my numbers are just as true as Logan. Mark Logan is a whiz, he's a wizard, and I see his numbers, and I believe mine, because I don't see exactly how he does it, because it's a little fast, but I know he's right, he's 100% right. So I feel right, I feel strong, and I'm going to dream, and I'm going to pass it on to you. But please share, watch my videos. What do you think this is all about? This world is in despair, my friends. The bubble won't pull apart until man starts to see the light. The light is a vision of the Grand Paul Revolution. The only man that will stand honored in a seat of the round table, because the presidency will be on earth. And we won't be on earth anymore, because we're getting out of it. That's why this planet is going to move, because all the islands are going to break apart now. And the ones that have to go, the other ones will stay. Some of the people have to live out the end of the life in terror, or what will happen to them is it'll be the same thing as the 10 Commandments in the last plague. You die on that night, and they bring you up on that night. Everybody dies on that same night, and they wake up right in the next place in heaven just like everybody else. But they have to make them close their eyes because they learned out from before, or they were caught in a situation and it's not their fault. Everything's going to be okay. Raphael 7286. The world is rocking. The world's rocking. Astro Media Show, my friend, is coming with us, I hope. And all the good music, my friends. All the good tunes. Raphael 7286. Now, there was something else that I was thinking of. Is that my 72 does not have to be 72. It can just be 4. The 4 corners of God. The one Spirit, the 4 corners of God. Okay. Of the 4 corners of God, of the one Spirit, of the 9 birth. 14941. 7286. 7286.